back to Coach Craig's Sports, and obviously today is Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving to y'all. Thank you guys for supporting my channel. Thank you for just being there, leaving comments, giving likes, everything like that. I'm grateful for that. I truly hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving as well. Obviously, if you like football, that's probably why you're watching this channel. So we got some great NFL games on today. They both should be very competitive games. I know the team's records might not be the best, but definitely enjoyable. Me as a Texans fan, I obviously like today being able to see the Texans on TV. But without further ado, we'll get into the DFS value picks for this week. I'm going to run through this episode pretty quickly. Just want to get out there before today's slate of games starts. So at the quarterback position, I'm looking at guys that are under 6,000 once again. And first up is Derek Carr. He had a very good game last week against Kansas City. Goes against Atlanta this week. Should be a favorable matchup for him. Comes in at $5,700. Definitely could be a value there. Carson Wentz is the next one, and this is a really risky one, but Seattle's defense has been pretty bad. Wentz is going to have to throw the ball a lot more, and it could pay off, but it's just a gamble. But for $5,600, it's a value that could pay off as well. Then we have Daniel Jones, $5,500 against Cincinnati. The nice thing about him is he offers some rushing upside. If he could get 2 touchdowns, a nice rushing floor, he definitely could pay off for $5,500. Then in today's game, we got Alex Smith for $5,400. Obviously, I've been talking about him a little bit this week. And going against that Dallas defense is definitely a positive. They gave up a top 5 performance to Kirk Cousins last week. If Alex Smith can do anything close to that for $5,400, he'll definitely be worth it. Then last but not least for quarterbacks, we got Baker Mayfield, $5,300. Goes against the Jacksonville defense that's not very good. Cleveland's probably going to run the ball a lot, but if Baker can get some of these touchdowns in this game for $5,300, he could be a value. And then we'll move over to the running back position. So I'm pretty much at guys that are $5,600 or less this week. And I'm going to start off with 2 that are $5,600. It's Kareem Hunt versus Jacksonville and Raheem Mostert versus Los Angeles Rams. So Hunt should see a lot of work in this game. I expect them to be winning pretty easily, and he should get a lot of dirty work later on in the game. And Jacksonville's a pretty good matchup overall. Then with Raheem Mostert, he's expected to return off of IR. Still waiting to see if that happens, but if he does come back and he does play, he's probably going to be the lead back. And for $5,600, that definitely could be a value. Then we got David Montgomery. Looks like he's going to be back this week against Green Bay. Obviously, the Packers' run defense is not the best. $5,300 is a pretty good price for him here as well. Has a solid rushing floor, and he was seeing some pass game work before he got injured. Then we got Wayne Gallman, $5,000 against Cincinnati. This might be one of my favorite picks of the week, honestly, because he's been playing well. It's a great matchup, and they're expected to be winning, especially now that Joe Burrow is not playing. Joe Mixon's not playing. They got Brandon Allen starting at quarterback. Should be a very good game for the Giants overall. Then I got Zach Moss, $4,800 against the Chargers. The Chargers have been underwhelming against running backs so far this year, so if Moss can take advantage of that, it should be a good day for him. Then we got Frank Gore, $4,300. I know this is an exciting play, but Michael Pirine is on IR now, so Frank Gore is going to get a ton of work. Obviously, they love him up there. You could see a little bit of Ty Johnson sprinkled in as well. You could try playing him if you wanted to, but I think Frank Gore is probably the safer play, and he's only a couple $100 more. Then I got Sony Michel against Arizona, $4,000. I expect him to play this week. We don't know how much of a workload he's going to get. Obviously, Damon Harris has been good as the main guy, so I don't expect Michel to get a lot, but for $4,000, if he does pretty well, that would definitely be worth it. Then I got Devontae Booker once again. Obviously, he's Josh Jacobs' backup. This is a matchup that they should be able to exploit. If he gets some late game touches, he could definitely be worth it for $4,000. If Jalen Richard's out again, he could see a little bit of passing game work once again as well. Then we got Samaje Perine for the Bengals against the New York Giants, $4,000. And Gio Bernard's got a concussion now. If he doesn't clear protocol in time, looks like Perine and Williams are going to be the 2 guys. Perine's probably going to be the lead guy, so I'd go with him for $4,000. Then last but not least, at the running back position, we got Justice Hill. Obviously, J.K. Dobbins and Mark Ingram both tested positive this week. So a lot of people are hyping up Gus Edwards. He's at $5,200. I don't love that price, but Justice Hill here, he could see 12 touches or so, and for $4,000, he could definitely pay off there. Then we'll move over to the wide receiver position, and These are guys mainly that are $5,000 or less. I'm going to start off with one that's $5,500, and that's Sterling Shepard. And they're going against Cincinnati. Once again, it's a very good matchup. You could stack Shepard and Daniel Jones for pretty cheap. Shepard's been pretty good throughout the year. He's a solid guy that's not going to hurt you, but maybe in this matchup he has a breakout game. Michael Pittman Jr., 5,000. I like this one. It's probably a fair price, but if he puts up any kind of numbers like he did last time against the Titans, he'll definitely be worth it. Then we got Nelson Aguilar. So if you're getting Derek Carr, you want to stack Nelson Aguilar with him, $4,900. Should be a good matchup against the Falcons. Then we have Corey Davis, also $4,900. A.J. Brown's kind of banged up. Jonnu Smith's kind of banged up. If either of them were to miss, Corey Davis would benefit greatly, but he could still see some additional targets with them drawing coverage and not being able to get open. Then I got the two Jets wide receivers down together. So I got Brashard Perriman, $4,200. Denzel Mims, $3,500. These guys have looked a little bit better with Joe Flacco under center. They're moving the ball down the field a little bit. If they can do that against Miami at all, one of these two guys could have a solid day. I'll talk about two Jacksonville wide receivers, Keelan Cole, $3,600, and Laviska Shenault, $3,300. If Shenault plays, he's definitely a value for $3,300. Should be a decent matchup against Cleveland. And then for Cole, he's $3,600. If Shenault doesn't play, then I would play him. One of them two should have a good game against Cleveland. Not a bad matchup at all. But it'll be interesting to see who Mike Glennon targets as he takes over as starter this week. Then I got Richie James Jr. down once again, $3,500. So Brandon Ayuk's going to be out this week. Deebo Samuel's going to draw most of the coverage. So it could be a sneaky good game for him. $3,500 is definitely worth a dart throw. The last two I got is Anthony Miller, $3,000. This is the cheapest he's been all year. It's the minimum. If he sees some targets against the Packers, he could definitely pay off, especially working in the slot. And then last but not least, we got Gabriel Davis for $3,000. John Brown's actually been banged up, so this price for Gabriel Davis could be very good if John Brown does not play. We'll move over to tight ends next. So these are going to be the ones I like, and they're going to be under $4,000. So we got Austin Hooper, $3,800. Goes against Jacksonville this week. Should be a good matchup for him as well. If you're playing Baker Mayfield, you could stack him and Baker for very cheap. Then we got Dalton Schultz against Washington. He's been pretty solid this year, seeing a bunch of targets. If he gets in the end zone, he's definitely worth it for $3,800. Then maybe one of my favorite starts of the week is Jordan Reed, $3,600. Goes against the Rams this week. Should be a pretty good matchup for him. If you're familiar with Rule 86, it's if Jordan Reed is healthy, you play him. So if you take that logic, he should be a pretty good play here for $3,600. Then we got Logan Thomas, $3,500 against Dallas defense. Should be a good matchup for him. I know he kind of underwhelmed last week, but his price is still in a good range. But he's just kind of a little bit of a boom bust guy. And then we're going to talk about Will Disley. Greg Olsen is hurt, and he's not going to be the starter anymore, so I would assume Disley takes over. Him and Hollister might split work some, but Disley is a great touchdown scoring option, as we've seen in the past, $2,900. And he appears to be healthy right now, so it could be a good, this really could be a good week for him, especially against Philadelphia, who struggled against tight ends. Then last but not least, we got Jordan Thomas. I kind of talked about him a little bit in the past with the Patriots, but Ryan Izzo's banged up now too, so if he can't go, then Jordan Thomas would be the only tight end, and if that's the case, I think they can game plan him in a little bit more, especially as he's getting comfortable with the offense. So for the minimum at tight end, $2,500, he definitely has some upside as well. Then we'll get over to the defenses. So I got 4 defenses here, so I'm going to go from cheapest to most expensive. So I got the Jets, $2,100. The Jets are going against Miami this week, and Tua struggled last week against the Broncos. I know the Jets' defense isn't anything special, but if they're able to get pressure and kind of rattle Tua, it could be a decent game for them. Honestly, they're the cheapest defense out there, so it's worth taking a gamble on. Then I got the Giants, and like I said, they're playing Cincinnati this week. Should be a great matchup for them, but they're coming at $3,200. Then next up, we got the Rams against the 49ers. 49ers are getting a little bit healthier. They're going to have Deebo Samuel back, hopefully Raheem Mostert, and maybe Jeff Wilson Jr. as well. That's another name to look out for at the running back position, Jeff Wilson Jr., just depending on how the 49ers running back situation shakes out. But the Rams could have some upside here. They have very good pass rush, and Nick Mullins is still the quarterback for San Francisco. Then, last but not least, we got the Packers. They play the Bears this week. Mitchell Trubisky's going to be starting. He's had a banged-up shoulder, so it should be a very good game for the Packers overall. The Bears' offense has just been awful, honestly. But that's all I got for the DFS value picks for this week. If you guys have any other picks that you have questions about, guys that you like, just be sure to let me know down in the comments below. Once again, all these numbers are for DraftKings, so if you guys play on a different site, just keep these names in mind, see how they're priced out on your site, and go from there. But with that being said, if you guys need to reach out to me for any reason at all, waivers, trades, start sit advice, anything like that, feel free to reach out to me, whether it's in the comments or at my email, coachcraigsports@gmail.com, on Twitter at coachcraigsport, or on the Coach Craig Sports Facebook page. If you guys liked and enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. It helps build the community that we're trying to build here at Coach Craig Sports, and that's one for you, the viewers, helping you guys with your fantasy football teams, helping you enjoy fantasy football more, getting you guys some more wins, and hopefully some championship trophies along the way. If you're a new or current subscriber who has yet to do so, also hit that notification bell. It'll let you know every single time I post up a video. Like I've been saying, I post up about 5 videos a week, usually Monday through Friday. Starts and sits for every matchup will be on Saturday once again this week, so we're going to try that out, see how it works out. I would appreciate it if you guys support myself and the others that I'm involved with on the other projects, where there's the Podcastic Network, writing articles over there, or the 2 Point Podcast, where we preview every matchup for the week and do a recap of the week as well. I have links to both those things down in the description below. We would greatly appreciate it if you support those projects as well. But with that being said, that's all we got for today's video. Hopefully you guys all have a great Thanksgiving. Hopefully you guys do well in DFS. We're playing the Thursday game slate, or the whole week slate, or Sunday slate. But once again, thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you spending your part of your Thanksgiving with me. And I hope you guys all have a very happy holiday and a great rest of your day.